Yep, nice and easy. We're done with that though.
Is it the jump rope?
Yeah. Whenever I skip rope, I can't use these wireless headphones. They fall right out of my ears. So of course, it would be helpful if I could get the rope itself not to fall out of my hands. Finish my protein shake and then we'll hit this. New name, who this? Yes, sir. For those of you who don't know me, my name is BullMuscle. For those of you who know me as Beer Battered Ag, yes, I'm going through a rebrand. This seems like a pretty good time to talk about that, so let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm a die-hard Aggie.
The eyes of Texas are upon you. That is the song they sing so well. Sounds like hell! So goodbye to Texas University. We're gonna beat you all to chiggaroo-garem, rock tough, real stuff, Texas A&M. Goodbye.
We get a little bit more all. So why can't I click all? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Nice. All right, let's do one more bronze bar. If you adopt the mindset, and this is a quote from Jacob Fisker of Early Retirement Extreme, if you know that guy, 10 points to you. But it's a quote that I find unbelievably poignant in today's era. Spending money represents a failure to solve one's problems by smarter means. I'm gonna repeat that. Spending money represents a failure to solve one's problems by smarter means. That's painful. But yes, my friends, pure protein, as theirs makes no difference. From raw egg whites. It's disgusting, the taste is vile, and it smells. But 100, yeah, my poor roommate has to deal with the farts that come from this, and as you might imagine, they're not pleasant. But let me go ahead and knock this bad boy down. Good morning, everyone. Apologies for the slight delay there. My digestive system seems to have this really nasty habit of telling me evacuate like a Category 5 hurricane was coming in right as I'm about to start my show. I don't know why my body chooses to do this, but it does, and it's frustrating. Anywho, we're gonna have a great show for you today. Today is leg day, so we're gonna hit it. It's probably gonna be a fairly long workout, probably closer to 2 hours than to 1 hour, but gotta start somewhere. By the way, this is the setup I wish I had more of the time, where it's just my car in here, and then I would convert all of this to a full-time gym. But that's a future problem. Actually, the next big upgrade in here is getting planned out right now. I'm currently looking at getting an electrician. I gotta find a good one. That's the trouble to all of this, is that finding good skilled labor, it is never easy these days. Wallbag does look good, yes sir. Hey, Lab Boys, my main man, welcome on in. Yes, I'm gonna give you a shout out. Actually, you can give yourself a shout out now by pressing !lab. So, actually, Lab Boys, if you would be so kind, please give that a try. I wanna see if it works. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the next big upgrade for this garage is I'm looking for a good high quality electrician to upgrade the circuitry so I can start charging my car at level 2 and install an air conditioner. Yeah, I know there's benefits to training in a hot gym, but I'd also rather, I know I'm going to train more often in a cooler gym, and I'm gonna have better numbers, so I'm gonna start there. enough. Yeah, so first off, without going any further. Wait, is this not old school RuneScape? Ah, I knew I forgot to do something. Let me change the stream information. Thanks for the heads up. My bad. There we go, I just changed it. I thought this was just a third-party graphics plugin. Ha! Yeah, my bad. I sometimes forget to change it. I appreciate the heads up though. Totally missed that. So, we get started on leg day. I like what we were doing the last time. I'm gonna place the bench over here, give you guys a really good perspective. Because I think it gives me a better chance to look at squat depth in earnest. We're also gonna be doing, so we're gonna do squats today, but we're gonna do fewer sets and lighter weight than normal because we're also gonna hit trap bars. That's gonna be the real meat of the workout. Hey, Dalty. Yo, by the way, Dalty, thanks for the emote. I went ahead and submitted it to Twitch. I don't know how long it'll take Twitch to approve it, so I'd be kind of surprised if they don't. So that one's the ball's out of our court there. All right, so we're gonna start with 175, just for a few fronts. We'll go from there. Yeah, long term, this is how I'd want it. I'd want my car to be on this side, this to be my garage. Actually, what I've thought about doing is, I've been looking at vans, and I'm wondering maybe if I should just bite the bullet, sell my Volt, and go for a van early, and start, looking to build it out for road trips and shit. It's not like I do that much driving these days with my car. So, yeah, I'd probably end up having to pay a little bit more in gas, but again, I don't do that much driving. I'm alert for a bit, gotta run to the pharmacy. Well, all right, Dalty, I appreciate it so much. Yeah, extreme, I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks, Brussels sprout. Yeah, I see you said it too. Change the category. Yeah, I totally forgot about it. I just had Whataburger. Nah, fam, Leb, I've seen you. You'll find a way to work it off. You always do. Prison Fire, good to see you, man. Hope you feel better and have a good stream. Yeah, oh, for sure. Do I wax my chest? No, I'm just genetically not very hairy. You can see, like, I have a little bit of hair, but it's just not very much, and I've never shaved there. There's no reason for me to. I'm just not naturally very hairy. Greetings, programs. Wolf Pup, how you doing? Welcome back. Let's get our first set going here. Oh, my emoticon Peach has been rejected. So, Dalty, I'm afraid Peach is not going to make an appearance. I guess Twitch found that to be too provocative, which is really kind of pathetic because it's only provocative if you think it's provocative. That's annoying, but whatever. Cheapest price in all of SL County list is $900 a month for a 200 square foot apartment. That's not terrible. 900 a month, I mean, if it's a decent quality, it's not a bad little micro studio. I could do 200 square foot. It'd be tight, but I could do it. I'd definitely end up probably selling my car or going much more minimalist, but let's get started here with the meat of the workout. Yeah. Isn't that 100 a month more than your house? 20 a month. It's 8. So PITI, that includes insurance and taxes, everything. About 880. I'm hoping it goes down because I had a small mortgage escrow deficit because I ended up having to take a little bit out for administrative reasons earlier, like about a year and a half ago. So hopefully in the long run it goes back down to about 850. We'll see. Man, my bar is starting to pit. That's okay. I don't care if this thing rusts out. Oh, ain't meant to last. Nice. Maybe provocative just to get the people going. You ever plan on taking out like a HELOC? Probably not. Just because I know I wouldn't be able to get an interest rate that matches the mortgage. And any improvements I have on this house aren't going to be expensive enough to justify a HELOC. I mean, if I really wanted to put money into this house, the biggest change I'd make is a second bathroom. And even that, blowing out a wall, everything for just a second bathroom, that'd probably be 20 to 30K. And I would just take that money out of investments. Kitchen's fine. Yeah, it's a little 1970s, but it gets the job done. All the appliances work. There's enough storage space. Why would I upgrade it? What would I change? What would I improve? All right. Here for 265, which will be the heaviest I think we're going to go for squat today. We're going to do for squat is I'm try slowing it way down, focusing on form, keeping an eye on how long I'm under the bar for. The longer the better. Going that way with it. So this is pretty good. Kitchen bathrooms, they are pretty good ROI. And I definitely, I'd probably increase the value of the home. But then if I increase the value of the home, all I have to do is pay more taxes on it until I sell it. Where's the benefit in that? Now, a second bathroom would be pretty nice, especially if I continue having a tenant. A lot of that depends on what Dodger ends up doing in the next couple of years. If she ends up settling down in Jackson, I'm encouraging her to buy her own house. Frankly, I think that's the move. There's talk she might get brought on for a full-time 40 hours with healthcare and benefits. She works 32 right now, but she don't get benefits or healthcare, which is bullshit. She deserves that. So I'm hoping that gets fixed. How often are homes reevaluated there? I don't know, but I'm guessing if the government can find a way to make more tax dollars, they're gonna do it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna hit calves, and then we're gonna hit squats. I think we're gonna do 3 sets at 265. But for the first one, we're gonna do calves. Get used to the weight for a bit. that felt pretty good. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick at 265, go a little bit lighter weight, a few more reps today. 32 is the minimum for full-time, otherwise noted as part-time. Look, all I know is she doesn't get PTO, she doesn't get healthcare right now, that's bullshit. Well, it's a cool little bench there, reminds me of Mew Grandpa's garage. Yeah, the boxing gloves are also a gift from Lab Boys. He is, y'all, this is why I give Lab Boys his own separate comp. The amount of support he has given to this channel, just by being a bro and giving me the best birthday presents. He's like Leslie Nope from Parks and Rec when it comes to just knowing the perfect gift. I don't know, I'm just saying, y'all, go check out Lab Boy's channel on YouTube. Give him a follow. It means a lot to me as well, just because he puts out good quality content. And I think those small indie producers often get overlooked by the algorithm, and I'd like to help them. We got 1,500 odd people now, so you know, the more of my followers can become his subscribers, I think that's good for everyone. Play a little Ozzy Osbourne for this set. I want something a little bit slower because what I'm trying to do is get used to really taking my time, breathing and going deep in each set. That's sort of the key here. No. He's not on Twitch. Delete that shout out. That's why I have the ! lab command, because he's YouTube, not Twitch. Although, Blood he should absolutely stream Twitch. I feel like he'd be good at it. But, so, all right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do sets of 265 on squat. What I want you guys to do, really focus on depth, okay? So, what do we want? We want parallel, we want crease of the hips, right at the top of the kneecaps, it's right about here, okay? We want that for each and every rep. I'm gonna be monitoring just how much time it takes to do each set. If I'm hitting, 90 seconds to a minute, or 90 seconds to 2 minutes on each set, that's gonna be really good. All right, so we're gonna do we'll do pullovers at the end of each. Which means I have to bring you guys over there, but y'all be fine with that, y'all live. There you go, yeah. See the ! lab command. It's no more tears. All right, again. So check me for depth, y'all. That's what matters. Let's do some. Hey. Ludu, good to see you. Hey, Paki Senpai, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What's that? Whoa, balance, balance. All right, that felt pretty good. Great as always. I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub, Ludu. And then the people you watch. Yeah. Appreciate the prime sub. Thank you. The Impractical Jokers is funny. Ha. By the way, y'all, keep an eye on that viewer count. If we hit 30, let me know. That means y'all have earned handstand push-ups. Today is also Financial Fitness Friday. At the end of the workout, we'll dive into the stock market, talk money. For the first time ever, I am north of 75% of the way to financial independence and early retirement. It's a pretty huge milestone. I'm really excited with how that all's going. Oh, I see 30. All right, we all got handstand push-ups at the end. Fantastic. So we're gonna do 2 more sets of this. Yeah, we're not going overly heavy today. The idea behind these sets is to get used to the weight on our shoulders and upper back for much longer. Last set was 75 seconds. That's not bad. I like to aim for 80, 85, 90. That's a little bit better. So I'm gonna switch, I think. I need something. No More Tears kind of meanders out. I need something a little bit stronger. Let's go with I Don't Want to Stop. Hey Nick, good to see you. Allie, what's up? See you got troubleshooting? What'd it do, Canada? So, what we're gonna do now, set myself up. Oh no, wait. Sit for just a moment. Set myself up. We'll do the second set at 265. We'll go from there. I did a set of 15 last time. Might see if I can't get a second. Set with another rep or 2. Hopefully I do. It's already getting pretty warm in here. I can feel it. It's probably somewhere in the low 80s. Take a guess. Still better than it was last night. I went for a run right before yesterday's stream. Mid-90s, 108 heat index, just oppressive. All right, let's do this. Dominate, strong like bull. See the drains the bottom water. I'll take a look. Let me do a set and I'll answer that. don't have the, I'm not in the right mental headspace to answer technical questions right now. I got a set to do. So again, y'all, keep an eye on squat depth and form. Let's hit this. Let's hit it fucking hard.
Welcome in, zombie.
I'll catch up on chat in a minute.
All my life I'd be over the top. I don't know what. I don't want to stop.
Strong like bull, come on. Calves.
we have any bull emojis on Twitch? We have a few on Discord. Come on. Oh. Oya, who redeemed the next workout song? I didn't see what the song was. Baklava, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Nice. Zombie Zoe, welcome on in. Happy to have you. Stick around, hit that Discord. Follow. The song Oya Oya is the song. By who? Who's the artist? Let me make sure I get it right. When you start the timer, the start of the financial independence timer, when I got out of college, I knew pretty shortly after graduating that's what I wanted to do, earn my freedom. I'm now 75% of the way there, so that timer's been counting down in one way or another since 2017. Thank you very much for the follow, Presto Bix. All right. Oya Oya. Says Oya Oya spinning cat. Okay. I don't know if this is it. Oh, extended. Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, Cat Bro, this is a interesting choice. So let me talk a little bit about Hey, Stars and Bars, good to see you as always. That used to be the first result. So the original starting time was something like, I think it was something like 2,500 days or thereabouts. Actually, it might have been 2,800. I don't remember exactly. All right, Stars, it's always good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, no, we could use a bull emoji. We're working the glutes today for sure. Thank you for saying I got a nice spot. I appreciate it. So draining your AC. Drains to the bottom, the water won't come up unless it's tilted back. Don't have a tube to drain it. If you've got access to like a dolly, or like, you know, some sort of like a 2x4, you could try propping it up with a 2x4 or a dolly, trying to get a little bit more leverage. That's what I would recommend. Make it a lot easier to lift. That's my recommendation there, Allie. So this is a life goal of mine to retire at 30. To be financially independent at 30. I talked about this yesterday, and I'll talk about it more today if chat wants me to. I want the power of fuck you. I may well continue to keep working after I hit that, either part-time or full-time, depending on what else I decide I want to do, right, and how much I like my job at that moment. I wouldn't call that likely, but it's something I could do. As far as pathways are concerned, I've thought about doing van life, I've thought about doing international travel, you know, kind of nomading it, hostel, backpacking through Europe or Southeast Asia. Talked about opening up a gym, kind of going the Joe Workouts route, where it's a gym heavily associated with my Twitch here in South Carolina. Could reduce my hours to part-time and embrace full-time Twitch streaming. That really, a lot of it is going to be dependent on, one, whether or not my roommate's still here in a couple of years. Two, whether or not, like, how big this Twitch stream gets. And three, how much I like my job in a year and a half. And I don't have an answer as to those three questions yet. Okay. This ooey ah video is not good for working out. So I'm listening to it. But I'm not gonna attempt a third set on squats listening to whatever the fuck this is. Exactly, yeah. I want the power of fuck you. That's why it says financially independent up there. I'm free instead of I will retire full stop at 30. There's a good chance that I will, but in case I don't, I'd rather have it right. All right. I don't know what that ooey ah video is supposed to be. Workout friendly it was not, so. What I will do is get a better song for my third and final squat set of the day. Or at least my third and final heavy squat set of the day. My goal, I think, is going to be to go for I think my third goal is going to be to go for about 2 minutes here and go for as many reps as that implies. So the last set we went for about 80 seconds. 2 minutes is going to be a lot of breathing with it at the top, but to be honest, that's good. It's sending signals to my lower body. Hey, motherfucker, you either grow or you get crushed, which is what I want to do. By the way, I'll talk about what my weigh-in was. Weighed in at 207.6 this morning, so we're more or less at the bottom of the cut, kind of on maintenance right now. Running slight deficits, maybe 300 to 400 or 500 calories, as opposed to more serious deficits during a cut. I'd like to bottom out around 205. We'll go there. Ali, a cute gift suggestion. Thank you, I appreciate it. Zombie, yeah. Due to my day job, I can't embrace that side of it too much. If you're interested in that sort of content, check out my Discord. But I try not to talk about that overly. So, no, I need another minute. I know I'm going slow here, but there's still a bit of lightheadedness, and if I'm lightheaded, I usually want to wait before doing a big squat set. I'm going to psych myself up, and then we're going to hit this, okay? So again, please check me for squat depth. I guess you don't have to, but I'll probably do it after the broadcast, so. Okay. Whole body is warm and heavy. I am relaxed. My whole body is warm and heavy. I am relaxed. My whole body is warm and heavy. down, up, 19, down, up. All right, keep an eye on my depth, y'all. There we go. Better. Better. $95. Submission. Dominance. Submission. Dominance. Dominance. Submission. go. Calves. Calves. Don't quit. Don't finish. Don't finish. Oh. Fuck. Quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Breathe. One, two. Nice. Nine, 30. Holy shit. Thank you for the clip. I'll look at that later. All right. Raven Raquel Roth, excuse me. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I'll catch up with chat in a moment. I just saw my heart from coming out of my rib cage. I need to stand. Let's check the temp. 85, yeah. That's about right. It is not cold in here. All right. Start to recover a little bit. Morning, Big Red. All right. So, Joey asked, can you limit your intake to about 15 or 1800 calories so you still slowly lose weight? Yes, that's the way you should do it. You cannot run more than about a 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit sustainably. Your body isn't used to that. It's better to run a slow but steady. 1% of your mass per week is the upper limit to what's sustainable, I think. So, if you're 300 pounds, the most you expect to lose is 3 pounds a week long term. And that number goes down the more weight you lose. But, if you stick with it, and you start at 300 pounds, you do it for a solid 3 months, you'll be 250. Or just about, maybe 260, but still, that's a huge drop. Maybe that towel? You ain't the only one. This is why I'm looking at getting an electrician and an air conditioner in here. I just do not have the capability to hit the weights as hard as I want to in this heat. You know what? While I'm here, I'll check the humidity. It is currently 85 degrees in here, humidity of 90%, so that's a real feel of over 100. This is, again, the trouble with South Carolina in general. I love this state. Honestly, the humidity isn't even that bad. It's just, it makes working out much more difficult in an unair-conditioned environment. The winters kick ass here, though. I will say that much. I'm just trying to catch my breath. gonna set up a trap bar. Our next exercise, that'll be trap bar deads. We'll throw in some kettlebell swings in there too. Some a little bit less. Welcome back, Dalty. Chaos at Northwestern's football team, you read yet? Dodger told me about it for about 10 seconds, that's all I know. You're in good shape, you still get heat stroke. Yeah. Well, I will say my body is somewhat used to very high temperatures. I did move here from Texas, where I would also get workouts done in the heat. And compared to Texas, South Carolina summers ain't shit. But it definitely, there is a small drag to it. All right, strong leg pull. I'm gonna do a set of two-step fronts. Yeah. We'll do a set of fronts. We're already pretty warm on the legs. I think I'm gonna dive right in at 320 for trap bar. So move that forward a little bit, get it out of the way. For fronts, depth doesn't matter quite as much. It's naturally going to be a bit more strenuous on your knees because the weight is at center of balance a bit further in front of you. I'll get low, but depth doesn't quite matter as much here as it does on back squats. Dry heat it can handle. Texas is more dry heat. Bullshit, not East Texas. Remember, I went to A&M. College Station is 100 miles from the Gulf, just like here is about 100 miles away from the Atlantic. Everybody thinks Texas, the second you cross the Sabine or the Red River, it's like, you know, Hanna-Barbera cartoons where it's Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, the whole state is desert. And the western third of the state, sure. But the eastern parts of Texas border Louisiana, which is a state famous for being swamp. That swamp doesn't just delete itself the second you cross the Sabine. It would be a bit like if the second you cross the Canadian border, the entire country was tundra. It's not like that. You know, you go up to the Northwest Territories or Yukon, sure, but Texas is not all desert, is the point there that I'm trying to make. All right, let's hit a set. Now, the swamp is, I would say, you'll still get the bayous until about the Brazos River. College Station isn't the Brazos, or isn't in the bayous, but I would say it's sort of like northern Louisiana, sort of gentle plains, very, very warm, very humid, but not quite swampy. But honestly, the only thing worse about South Carolina than Texas in terms of summer weather is the mosquitoes. Short of Louisiana, I've never seen more aggressive mosquitoes than here. Before you Minnesotans and Canadians tell me, oh, we got mosquitoes real bad too. Nah. Fam, y'all's mosquitoes is a 3-month problem. Ours is an 11-month problem. There is a difference, trust me. All right, let's hit this. God, 47 viewers, man. The numbers just keep getting better and better. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. Don't you know? Here we go. Some Raiders. gosh. Yeah, I am. Definitely running very warm right now. We'll do one more set of front squats. We'll be good for that. All right. It used to be really bad. Not much out of the woods getting eaten alive, for sure. Forest island mosquitoes were so many they filled the yard. I had to run back to my kayak. Yeah, they are. I know they're really aggressive, but again, up in Canada, it's a 3-month problem. It's an 11-month problem here. First reason those mosquitoes die off in the masses. What you'll need to do is start getting those mosquito dunks, which is not a pesticide, but basically it turns any standing pool of water into a giant mosquito abortion clinic. Which, by the way, I'm not normally in favor of any sort of genocide, but mosquito genocide I could get on board with. I hate mosquitoes so much. And the ones here are invasive. They're not native to the area. They are Aedes aegypti, which is from sub-Saharan Africa, like Sudan, and I guess South Sudan now, I should say. And then the tiger mosquito, which is from Cambodia and Vietnam. So it's not native to the United States, but those are the invasive mosquitoes that dominate the area, unfortunately. Seriously, the mosquito problems here, I've looked at maps to back this up. The mosquito problems here are actually worse than they are in large parts of Africa. That's insane if you think about it. Oh, bug spray don't do shit here. Yeah, I'm sure y'all's are invasive. We'll trade you for the snow. We'll work out some sort of compromise. I can deal with maybe 2 months of snow, tops. No. I love to bitch about the mosquitoes. But in general, I like the climate here in the South. Yeah, it's hard to get a good workout in when it's this hot, but I quit being a little bitch and just do it. That's what I really need to do. So they lay eggs in water. Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. I actually have a little pool of stagnant water, like a bucket out there, that I've filled up and thrown some leaves in to make it nice and attractive to mosquitoes. And I throw this stuff, I'll show you guys. I throw this stuff in. Over time, what it does is it's an infanticide, I think. It kills off the mosquitoes. So, all right, where are we at? All right, we're at, let's see, 3, 6. Oh boy. Yeah, we have a long way to go. We gotta get moving. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, eh? Let's go for a little AC/DC. It's a long way to the top. I don't need the guitar lesson. I just want to play the song. Holy shit. We're all marshland here. Yeah, it's like Louisiana. Well, because it's that part of Canada is like what used to be glaciers, and the glaciers melted away and left a shit ton of lakes. I think Minnesota's like that. Built like a brick shit house, brother. Let's go. T-Rex Storass, welcome. Well, I appreciate the compliment, but I have much work to do. Really, Burger King? I don't know why I get Burger King ads. Like, clearly what it says is targeted advertising still has a lot of work to be done. So there's no way in hell I'd ever be caught dead eating there. I would generally rather starve. Just go on a fast until I can get better quality food. All right, last set of front squats. We're gonna move to We'll do some more Raider pulls, we'll do kettlebells, then we're gonna do trap bar deadlifts. Two, three, four, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Come on! I think I lost the balance a little bit there. Come on! Nice. Hotel, motel, make me wanna cry. Ladies to the hotel, know the reason why. Getting old, getting gray, getting ripped off on the play, getting sold second hand. That's how it goes. Playing in a band, it's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way. I'm gonna do one more set of squat. I've decided on it, and therefore it's going to happen. Please stop, stage and scream. Look out! That's what they mean. It's a long way. So we're gonna do high bar here. Again, we're going to focus on form. If we do fewer reps, so be it. We're going to do calves first, though. So oxygen, just feel breathe that fire, and I appreciate it. There we go. Do calves. Hard work! Come on! Ha! Oh, my calves. Let's go. Oh. Oh, mama. I saw, did we hit 50 viewers there? I thought maybe for a moment we did. we get one more set. Squats. And when we're done with that, we'll hit trap bar deads. I keep saying we'll hit trap bar deads, I keep adding shit, but whatever, it's my leg day. I'll do what I want. Oh, God. Sorry about that, y'all. That was nasty. All right. Recovering a little bit here. I feel a little bit better. I just needed more air, more time on slightly lighter weight. This is 225. This is not heavy set. I think I smelled that from here. Strong like bull. Also gassy like bull, apparently. Yeah, we're gonna do one more set. But I need a song for this. I'm thinking Highway Star by Deep Purple. So again, this is going to be a high bar squat. We want parallel, that's creasing the legs at the top of the kneecaps. I'm going to review this for form after, but don't be afraid to help a brother out and tell me if I'm going too deep, just right, or if you see anything else, both good and bad about my form. A compliment helps a ton too. Hey, you're doing this right. Lets me know, hey, the way this feels is the way I should do it. So keep that in mind. All right, yeah, let's go Highway Star. It is. Oh, there we go. All right. The heat does just make this a lot harder, but that's no excuse. Actually, I will do a temp check right now, though. Let's find out what the temp in here is. Yeah, it's still floating around 85, 86 degrees. That's 30 C for any of y'all who live internationally, 30 degrees Celsius. Oh, speaking of internationals, I do have an international tip page set up for Buy Me a Coffee. I may make a command for that, although I think Stream Elements does work when I'm live. So I actually don't know that. We'll find out if that ends up happening or not. Could be what you're eating, coniferous veggies, gas, as well as eggs. Only thing I've had from for today in terms of food is a pint of milk. So I don't think it's that. Although I did have eggs last night, so maybe. Egg whites, I should say. Do I still smell the ketchup from summoning the demons of Selzar yesterday? No. I had to take quite a thorough shower to get the stench of ketchup out of my nostrils, though. I will admit that. I had to flush it out. Okay. All right. That was funny, though. I've had that as a channel perk for like 3 years, and someone finally redeemed it. Actually, nobody really redeemed it, but someone gave me a bond while I was playing old school RuneScape yesterday, and I felt like, all right, you can have whatever you want here. And he selected to summon. We deferred to one of my admins who wanted me to summon the demons of Selzar, so that's what we did. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Pick my next workout song. All right, The Mob Rules by Black Sabbath. I'll play that after this one. I already got Highway Star loaded, so we're gonna hit this, and I'll play that. Bum, 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 bum. I'll be able to see how long I'm under the bar. that's all I got. 5 bar sucks. Come on. All right, it's 20. And I love it, and I need it, I bleed it. 8 cylinders, all mine. All right, hold tight. I'm your highway star. Remove you guys over here. The metric system is the best. Unfortunately, we use the American system, which is, yes, inferior to the metric system. I wish we adopted SI. You'll get no argument from me on that one. English metric was tried. We've tried it several times, actually. The original time was supposed to be during the War of 1812. We asked the French to give us some standards, like a 1 kilogram unit, a 1 meter unit, so that way we could reproduce our own. And a British ship actually sunk it. So we could have had metric as early as 1812, but you can blame the blokes for that one. So every time the British mock us for our system, that's on them. After the war, we distanced ourselves from the French a little bit, and as such, the British being even though we were pretty hostile in the early 19th century, British being our major trading partner, we stuck with their units because at the time the British used the imperial system. If I recall correctly, that's how the story goes. All right, so we're gonna do deadlift. This is 320 pounds. Cover. All right, so we're gonna hit trap bar deadlifts. Yeah. Not quite sure how many we're going to do with this. I think we'll do trap bar deadlifts. We'll do some Bulgarian singles after. And then some kettlebells will be done. First time chat from Lenzel. Thank you very much. Skipping leg day as a result of having training later. Understandable. What kind of training? Yeah. I really wish we had actually gone full throttle with metric in the 70s. There are many things I don't like about Ronald Reagan. Ending the metric experiment definitely was one of them. Ronald Reagan was not as good a president as a lot of people think he was. He did a lot of good things, but a lot of bad things too. Speaking of Reagan-era politics, Peace Sells by Megadeth. Let's go. What do you mean I hurt your feelings? I didn't know you had any feelings. All right, this is 320 pounds. That's about 145 kilos. That's not really a great angle, is it? Let's see if I can move you guys back a bit. That's the best I can do. That's still slightly better. Yeah. There we go. A 7. Peace sells, but who's buying? Peace sells, but who's buying? Ooh, shit, I forgot The Mob Rules by Black Sabbath. I'll do that next song, I promise. Baklava making me hydrate, thank you. Thanks, Phoenix, I appreciate it. Stretches for hips are helping a lot. Killer! Glad to hear it, girl. The trouble with trap bars in here is that my hands start getting sweaty and I lose grip. Peace sells, but who's buying? No. No. All right. All right. Let's find The Mob Rules by Black Sabbath. Where is it? Mob Rules by Black Sabbath. There she blows. Ooh, yeah. Hey, we've got RW Lionheart. Thank you very much for the follow. Phoenix, how am I doing? Trying my best not to overheat. I've got several more sets in here on this. We'll do the best we can. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. The Mob Rules, let's go. Strong like bull. Strong like bull. Let's do this. Let's go. Whoever we need to hydrate, here you go. Who's this Dio era? Let's go. Seven. Good choice, Big Red. 3, 4, 7, 12, 18, 20. All right, you're moving. You do 3 more of these, that'd be 23. Bulgarians and kettles, and squat thrusters. That'll get us to 30. Morning. Welcome on in. Currently just trying not to diet here right now. So I have a couple emotes available for non-subscribers to use. I didn't realize you could. That's news to me. Thanks for saying so, Allie. I'll try and update that. Put that in the ideas and feedback channel on my Discord. I didn't realize that was the case. Not overeating, overheating. Yeah. 86 doesn't feel that hot until you factor in the humidity. And the heat index in here is well into the triple digits. We gotta do 2 more sets at 320, and do 1 set at 230. Come on, strong like bull. Grip. 6. I had the strength for more, but I didn't have the grip. That's okay. It's okay. All right, y'all. Like 14 thumbs up on your Discord post. Cool. Strong like bull indeed. Well, I see the numbers are up. So, private crew, I notice you, I see you, and that does make a difference. Shit. Global warming? Nah. It's just South Carolina in the summer. This isn't global warming, this is normal. Mid to upper 90s when it isn't raining is pretty par for the course. You gotta remember, right, I live not only in South Carolina, but I can walk to the Savannah River. So I basically almost live in Georgia. You don't need to know a ton about American geography to know those two states are some of the warmest in the summer, and also very humid. I know it's even worse in Florida right now, but, well, that's what you get for living in Florida. You knew it was going to be hot and humid when you signed up. All right, crazy thought, y'all. Should I go for 370 here? Now, at this level of fatigue, it's probably not smart, as much as I want to. Just rain all weekend here. Wait, Allie, you're saying you're going to Florida? What part? Better Black Sabbath frontman, for me it's gotta be Ozzy. I love Dio, and if it were any other band, Dio would be the better frontman. But Ozzy's a legend, man. And the proof that it's Ozzy is, as good as Dio's career is with everything else, I don't think it holds a candle to Ozzy's solo career. But granted, Randy Rhoads made Ozzy's music so much better, but, like, right, you hear like Mr. Crowley, as great as the solo is there, nobody else could deliver that sort of creepy, occult voice the way Ozzy does. And I love Dio, especially Dio's work in Rainbow. It's really, really good. Man on the Silver Mountain is one of the best songs ever, but I think volume-wise, you gotta go with Ozzy. Again, if Dio had been the lead singer for any other band, it would be Dio, but I have to go with Ozzy here. Ozzy might be the single most iconic rock and roll frontman of all time. I mean, like, you think of the image of the larger-than-life rock and roll singer, Ozzy's gotta be in that list, along with like Steven Tyler, Robert Plant, you know, guys that are, they're their own personality up on stage. They're wild, you know. Or Axl Rose. I don't like Axl's voice, but you fucking know a Guns N' Roses song when you hear it. Same with Mick Jagger. Like, Mick Jagger doesn't have the best voice in rock and roll, but I think best voice in terms of like, actually, no. The ultimate rock and roll frontman, what am I saying? It's gotta be Freddie Mercury, right? The best vocal range. I mean, go listen to Somebody to Love, right? And the stage presence. I mean, Freddie Mercury had like buck teeth and a big, you know, mustache and all that, but he fucking made that look sexy. Like, no other rock and roll artist could have done that. You Tough, welcome on in. Thanks for returning chatter. I watched the Demons clip and I'm dying. Ozzy presents you James Maynard. I'm stoned AF, welcome. Must be nice. Fucking king, bro. Now, I would absolutely flex on that if I could too. Ooh, another one, Chris Cornell. See, I don't think Chris Cornell had the stage presence that guys like Ozzy did, but he definitely had the voice. Again, go listen to some, like anything from, be it Soundgarden, be it Audio Slave, be it Temple of the Dog, or I forget what else he was in, but it's really good stuff. Anything by Chris Cornell has that, it's that incredible soaring vocal range. All right, let's do one more. Speaking of Black Sabbath, I'm gonna play Iron Man. I know I play that a lot on this channel, but that drum line and that first guitar riff is slow, works really well for heavy weights, which is what this is at this point. Strong like bull. One more. It's 8. All right, let's take off a plate. We're gonna do one set at 220. We'll do calves, and we'll be done with trap bars. We'll move on to the lighter weight stuff and call it. We're not done yet, but we're getting close. Dopes for dopes. Well, no comment. Due to my day job, I can't consume even CBD. Can't even possess it. Excuse me. All right. So we'll do, right, so we're gonna do this. We'll do, yeah. All right, where are we moving? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're getting lightheaded. We'll breathe for a second. Five, 8, 9, 12, 17, 23, 24. We'll do 2 sets Romanians, 2 sets kettles, 2 sets thrusters. We'll call it. Assuming I have enough battery to do all that, I'm running out of power. The laptop likes to heat about as much as I do at this point. Just to say, not very much. There we go. I think we're done with the belt. We don't need it for this. We need oxygen, not stability. God, I'm dying in here. at time. I'll get this done. We're gonna go up here for now. You a little quiet ride on. A little bang your head. A little mental health. Yeah! Ba-da-da-da-da. Bang your head. Okay, there's the dizziness. I really wanna be overrated. I'm a fighter. I'm a keeper. I'm loose and I ain't no reaper. Got the boys to make a noise. Chew back, feel the crack, and now you're here. There's no way back. Bang your head. Mental health will drop you, man. All right. I need to do a set of kettlebells. Shoot, did I even do calves there? Oh, fuck. I totally forgot. Whatever. Yeah, I'm overheating to the point where I can't even remember what I'm doing. That's a good sign. That's all right. We'll survive. Strong like bull. 2, 3, 4. Twenty. Hey, Salman, good to see you. Get your straight jackets on tonight. We ain't done. We ain't fucking done. Yeah, if we get 50, let me know. I'll hit y'all with the jump rope. Staying steady in the mid to upper 80s in here. At least it isn't hitting 90 yet. A little Van Halen going. We'll get up off the 5150 album, huh? Ow. All right, Bulgarians. All right, what do we got? Let's see. 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 17, 23, 25. We're at 26 right now. So we do one more set of kettlebells and 3 sets of thrusters. Should do a set of thrusters before we hit our last set of kettles, I think. Get up and make it work. Boom. It's only 100 pounds. It is deceptive. Again, we're at the point where we're trying not to overheat. Happy Friday to you, though, someone. Come on. Hey, morning, Will. Good to see you. As always. harder to get over, easier to deal with. Yeah, it's 86 in here, but about 90% humidity. I'm just drenched in sweat. These will always wear Converse and they look like they had clown feet. These are actually not even Converse, they're new kicks. They are Walmart brand knockoffs. I got them for 12 bucks on sale, so they're flat. That's really what matters. They're better than my old deadlifting shoes, my old squatting shoes. We'll see how long they last. If they last 2 months, that'll be pretty good. They've already lasted 2 weeks, so far so good. All right. We got 3 more sets left. 2 more sets of thrusters, which I will do with the correct grip. I wasn't sure which to do. And then 1 set of kettlebell swings. Don't kid yourself. Both Converse and their Great Value knockoffs are made in the same sweatshop in the third world. So if I have to buy one, I'd rather buy the one that's cheaper. Now, if someone wants to find me some decent quality lifting shoes, I'm all ears. Hit me up, but ain't seen any I like so far. City address. Jack Tucker, water rocker, blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Oh, that cold water helps. Come on, 3 sets. $18, 21, 22, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we got 2 sets left and we're done. And we're dizzy. That's it. Change. Nothing stays the same. Chain. Yeah, you hit the ground running. All right, so we're gonna hit 2 more sets of this for head in. We'll do handstand push-ups. Then we're gonna check the stock market. It has been crazy green. It's been on fire recently. And I've been watching my numbers go up and up. Gotta love it. Come on, Dave, give me a break. One break coming up. One more set, baby. We're not done yet. Your knees going inward too much. I'll be honest. First off, thanks for the first time chat, Bob. Second thing. I gotta breathe. I didn't notice that they were. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, my knees are buckling inward a little bit there. That's not ideal. Granted, this is only 100 pounds. So it's not that consequential if my knees go in a bit, but it's not ideal. So thank you, Bob, for the first time chat and also bringing that to my attention. I'm gonna focus on keeping them out. Just a friendly question? No, I straight up didn't notice. Again, welcome to the chat. I see your first time. That was our penultimate set. This is our final one. And I really am beginning to overheat in here, but we'll get through it. I'll take one last temp reading. 87. Humidity is probably still close to 90%, if not quite, which means the real feel is somewhere between 100 and 110. It's just hot. There's just no other way around it. There's only one song I think is fitting for the end to a great workout like this. Ladies and gentlemen, Eruption by Van Halen. Yeah, it's got me on all fours. This workout's kicking my ass, cracking the whip. I will overcome though. Strong like bull. Come on. Strong like bull. Oh, freshman. Here we go. Y'all ready? Yeah, I'll try and keep my... I think what may have been happening is because there's a limit to how wide I can set my stance in the trap bar, I will start canting my feet less, which leads to my feet starting to want, or my knees starting to want to trail inward. So I'm going to take a narrower stance than I normally would, but cant my feet more outward the way I typically do on a squat. Hopefully that helps. But good catch. Seriously, thank you. Now, I always appreciate heads up like that. Let's do this, y'all. Eruption. Come on! I'm done. You gotta give it your best. You're not trying your hardest. What are you doing? All right, let's go ahead and rest up, do some handstand push-ups. We'll do our abs and all that jazz. How are my knees that time? I don't think I saw us hit 50 in here, so if we hit it now, I'll do my stretching routine instead. Always push yourself to the limit. It's a privilege to watch. If you don't push yourself to the limit, you won't get strong. It's like, right, your body is like a nice high quality performance engine. You don't redline it, the performance will suffer over time. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we're plugged in. Let me catch my breath, we'll do handstand push-ups. Now, Bob, I appreciate that. Did you catch how my knees were that final set? I feel like they were further out. I tried to focus on it to the extent that I could. Widen out the shoe here. Let it breathe a little bit, let the fabric canvas get open, ventilate, so it doesn't stink quite as badly. That was really hard. It's a great workout. I feel like I killed it today. It was actually really good. Okay. Coming back down to earth a little bit here. Let's see how the stock market's doing, and then we'll hit handstand push-ups. That was hard. That was not an easy workout. Can we get some hype in chat for handstand push-ups, please? Tell me how you want it. It's a red day on the markets, which is actually fine. It's been climbing so fast that could have proved problematic for some of the calls I sold, so we want that. Let theta do its thing for a little while. Wow. Hey, Bakla, thank you very much for the hype there. Just another moment or two and I'll get started. We'll check the stream manager, see who all has been following. Holy shit. All right, so RW Lion, Harit, Raven, Raquel, Roth, Presto Bix, and Baklava, and Paki Senpai, y'all are the 5 followers so far today. The channel's been growing at a great clip, y'all. I've been talking about maybe making a followers goal. In fact, I have a poll up on that right now. It's a thread under the ideas and feedback channel in my Discord. Please go visit that and vote, or post new ideas in there. I don't have any feedback from y'all. I've got over 1,500 followers at this point, and the vote with the most options on it is 6 right now in that poll. So I don't know what you guys want to see me do, what you'll want to see me do, like make as a follower goal. Right now I've got like eat an entire whole ass Costco rotisserie chicken on stream, shave my mustache, which that one would be I'd have to see a pretty aggressive goal. Do like a getting over it stream. Why don't you run a live poll right here, right now? Oh, do I have 50? Shoot, it says 48 on my end. I'll believe you. Why don't I run a live poll on here right now? It's not a bad idea, actually. I suppose I could, because I've got my thing up. I could maybe make a poll. Let's see here. Let's say Let's see, shave my mustache live. I was rounding, it's 48. Nope, it's gotta be 50. Nice try. Duration, let's put the poll up there for a minute. She must... Road. Let's see here. Let's see. What else was I gonna say? Review Lionheart. See other people now that you could poll. No, that's a good point. I should run the poll in here. Let me see what the other options were. Let's see. Stream. Let's see. Let's start the poll with that. All right, there we go. I throw a poll up. Let's see how that goes. Oh, we got 51? Well, terrific. In that case, y'all have earned stretching. I will do stretching, but first, I need to do my handstand push-ups, which I owe you guys, my abs, which I also owe you guys, and some regular push-ups, which I owe you guys. I need to knock down the protein shake. We will get to stretching in a little bit here. We'll also talk about money, stock market, finances, because today is Financial Fitness Friday. We'll go there. Okay. All right. Let's go. Yeah, y'all vote in that poll. I would love to see some actual votes, and I'm gonna look at this. I'm also gonna look at the one on my Discord. So please go vote on the one in my Discord. All right. You got to go into the Discord channel, click the ideas and feedback section, and then look for the threads. It's in one of the threads. Every single poll we're currently voting on it's in the threads. And right now the max item in there is only 6 votes, which with a follower base of 1,500 is a completely useless statistic. It's not a big enough sample size to determine what I should actually do, if anything. All right, let's hit handstand push-ups. Here we go. Oh God, I am very sore. Okay. As always, I hope y'all enjoy. If you like what I do, please join the Discord. If you really like what I do, consider hitting that tip button. You can make a live tip on stream using Stream Elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, more than that, I'd rather get more followers, so just tell your friends instead. That's free. I'm getting slowly but surely getting better at those. And I'm very dizzy now. Must be a lot of lurkers. There's always a shit ton of lurkers on my channel. I wish they'd understand that this is an accepting, open, judgment-free community. And as long as you don't say shit that'll get me kicked off of Twitch, that's really the only rule, you know? So don't be an asshole. You know, there are other streams for that. But otherwise, you know, come say hi. I'm not gonna bite, I promise. Maybe they just wanna watch it, can't blame them. That's fair, but like, shit. A vote literally does nothing. Or like, it literally costs nothing. All right, so today is the 14th of July, which means it's an even day, so I'm gonna do my even set, which is holds, so it's 60 seconds, 6 inches, 60 seconds. I should move over a bit so you can see my feet. 60 seconds planks, 60 seconds side planks, I think today is, I want to say, leg raises and crunches.
So 6 inches again, pretty simple. Keep your heels 6 inches off the ground. Don't bend your knees. This works your lower abs. If you like abs, this is not a bad exercise to do. Core strength is important. Squats will help with that. Those heavy breathing squats, like my core is already on fire and I've only been doing this for 25 seconds. Oh. Come on.
45.
50. No, not yet. That's 50. And planks. Oh. $30. Come on. 40. 50. Side planks. Breathe. 20. And switch. $45. Thank you for the follow. 55. Oh. There's some cat cows in there for the stretches. Blob bend. 33. Thank you very much for the follow. You can do, if you have channel points, you can redeem that. I'll probably do that anyway. You did hit 50 today. That seems pretty fair. How much battery power do we have left? Do I need to plug in? Nah, I've got enough time. So we got leg raises next. So leg raise is real simple. This is meant to hit the lower abs right around the belt line. Right, so your abs, you've got your top ab muscles around your rib cage just below. And another set, and another set. And there's really, you see guys that are really well defined, like bodybuilders, they have an 8-pack. And it's, the bottom two of the 8-pack is around the belt muscle, which is why people say a 6-pack, because you can't see the bottom two, even if they're defined. But those two lower abs are the hardest to make defined, and they're also very important for core strength when you're squatting, so it's important to train them. So this is how we're going to do it. You curl at the hips. You try to keep your knees in front, like that way, in front of your hips. And you rep. 2, 3. All right, so bring them out in front. And I bring my hands underneath my butt.
to really make sure I'm curling each time. $30. $38. Oh God, oh, it's cramping up. Yeah, so my abs are really sore from all those squats. Come on, finish. 38. Come on, 22 to go. Oh, come on. Oh my God. Oh God. It's killing me. Really? 50 people watching? The most we got was 8 votes? That's kind of sad. Hey, Supernatural, good to see you. Cat cows instead of clap push-ups. Okay. I'll do some cat cows. HT Turkey Dogs, good to see you. Welcome back. Yo, I guess nobody really wants to have a big followers goal like that. That's the only thing those results can mean. I've got 40 to 50 people watching, and like only 20 people total are voting, which is sort of what those results are suggesting. It's not very good. It's not very representative of my community. So I think I'll stick to the Discord poll. What kind of plush do I have? None. But my roommate has roosters, dogs, a couple bulls, a couple cows, a bunch of Pokemon. Welcome, Pavatiti, welcome back in. Supernatural, always good to see you. I'll give you a shout out in a bit here. I got one more set of abs to do. 2, 3, 2, 3. Oh. Come on. Yeah, I see the cow, please. It's my roommate's stuff. I'll show you in a minute. Oh, oh God, I'm a little bit dizzy. Give me 30 seconds here. Oh my God. Whew. All right, I'm exhausted. Whew. Protein shake time, I think. HD, if you like plushies, I'm gonna give you my roommate's stream. Super, I'll give you a shout out in a bit. If you want to see lots of plushies, go follow Dodger, my roommate. There you go. She's got plenty of them. If you want plushies, if you're really into that, go follow her.
let's see, we had a grand total of, 18 people voting. Out of an audience of north of 40, that's not enough participation for me to really make a decision either way. So I'm gonna stick with the poll that's on Discord. Please go vote on that if you're there. Look, I get people don't like to vote for whatever reason, but I'd love to hear some ideas. If none of those ideas appeal, I would love to be asked, hey, would you be willing to do this for a follower goal instead, or that? Come up with your own idea. I'm always very willing to do that. So let's write down our macros. We're gonna have our protein shake. We already had a pint of milk earlier. 16 grams protein, 26 grams of carbs. No fat because it's skim milk. Our protein's gonna be 340 calories, 56 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, 16 grams of carbs. Before we go and do that, I'll get a little stretching done. I think, how about we start with the splits and then I'll do the cat-cow as the audience has requested. That seems fair. I need to do more stretching anyway. I hate stretching, I really do. It is not something I look forward to doing. It's not something I want to do, but I'm coming to terms with it being really good for me, so we'll go with that. Yeah, a lot of lurkers today. For 45 viewers, this is a very quiet chat. That's all right. I got plenty of content I can do if there's no audience or participation. That's okay. You don't have to be active. So I'm gonna do splits here. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's tight. You have a very nice haircut. I appreciate that. Does she have a cow puppet? No, but she has plushies. Oh. All right, so you will do the cat-cow stretch. That is a very good one. It's good for my spine. Phoenix System 80, if you're still in chat, this is one of the things I recommended for you, I think. So the way this works is you start with a cow. You get on your all fours like this, right? You arch your spine so that you're looking forward, and your spine is kind of going downwards the way a cow's might. Thank you very much for the follow. I can't quite read that from here. You go to the cat, which is the opposite. That is Bert003. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Those followers keep coming in. That's a huge, huge deal. Oh man, that's sore. All right, go down. Oh my gosh. Really sink the hips, stretch out the quads a little bit too. Cobra. And return to a cat. Come up. BullMuscle fan, well, thank you very much. Glad to have you on board. Push into the soreness, get that cow deeper. Dude, I'm at my limit there. Trust me, I am pushing into the soreness. I'm not a very flexible person by nature. Flexibility is a weak point of mine, full disclosure. I'm trying my best, I really am. I promise you. We'll do a toe touch here. Oh my God, that's just killing me. Yeah, I'm really struggling as far as stretching. No, someone like you really knows what he's talking about. He's talked a little bit in my server. The dude's an expert. He's definitely very good at his craft, which is fitness. I wish I had the body like him, man. Someone like you is one of those gurus that knows a thing or two, to put it mildly. Let's do a split leg downward stretch. Now walk it right. Come up, walk it left. Come up. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying my best. Flexibility is a weak point for me. It's just, so I'll put it to you this way. Oh, you're quoting Adele, that's funny. No, I'll put it to you this way. When I played football in high school, coach could crack that whip, make me run gassers, 6 inches, hit-its, push-ups, you name it, till I collapsed. I would rather do that than the stretching we always did at the cool down at the end of practice. I fucking hate stretching. But as time has gone on, I've recognized its importance. I don't have to like it, but I do need to start doing it more. So I'm easing into it. I'm not by any means a stretching expert. I never will be, and I never wish to be. I'm never going to be like one of those yoga guys that can turn themselves into a pretzel with no problems. But a little basic flexibility, especially after a heavy, hard day like today, probably worth doing. God. I am quite dizzy though, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me a protein shake. I feel like all I've had today so far for food is a pint of skim milk, which is not enough after a workout like that. So I need to get protein in me right now. And it looks like my laptop battery has enough to go and do that. So perfect. We'll do that, and then we're going to talk about financial independence and the stock market, because today is Financial Fitness Friday. We'll continue stretching as well, but I've got to get something into my stomach. It was hot here. It was, okay. It wasn't as hot as it's been. It was only maybe 30, 31 degrees C. That's like 86, 87 Fahrenheit, but it was about 90% humidity. It was extremely humid, and that made, it's South Carolina. That's just part of living here. Oh, camera's blurry. Give it a moment. There it is. It takes a minute for the camera to focus when I move from room to room. All right, so we got a little ice because we need something to cool down with. All cubes should do. Creatine, peanut protein, and protein powder. Try my best to give clients the best instruction for them. I don't think I could train you because you impress me so much I get distracted from the training. Aw. Man, I would love to do a workout with you though, because I've seen what you can do, like what numbers you put up. That's fucking impressive, man. Like you're one of those guys that just knows what the fuck they're doing, and those are the guys I love to listen to, talk to, get to know. So while we're doing this, let's talk a little bit about finances, the markets, all that jazz. The good news is the market has been up quite high recently. One of my plays was Coinbase stock. I thought Coinbase stock, when the SEC sued them, was oversold at $45, $50 a share. It's now just over 100, so that play worked out rather well for me. I sold a little bit around 95, but I'm going to hold the rest of it because I think long term, Coinbase has done the most to achieve regulatory compliance. The problem is the SEC has not given clear regulations. It's one where the United States at this point is starting to fall behind many European countries and Canada. And I think it's important that the SEC gets its game together. And I think Congress is talking about getting some better regulations on the books. So hopefully that bodes well for the future of crypto in the United States. I'm not necessarily a crypto bull, but I think crypto should be treated like any other asset or any other tradable item, and that requires clear regulation. Crypto requires a new set of regulations that fit a 21st century framework, which currently the SEC is using tests from 1940. That's not gonna cut it. Thank you very much for the follow, Noob532. Didn't even notice your knees before. I was too mesmerized. I'm not. I guess I'll flex the quads when I get back. I do kind of have a little bit of the hockey legs going on. I wouldn't say those are my best. Wouldn't say my knees are my best quality, but they're not bad. Anyway, I would say, while I'm not that bullish on crypto as a whole, I certainly would not go owning any cryptocurrency. I believe crypto. The problem with crypto right now is I don't think there is one clear-cut winner. A lot of people say it's Bitcoin, but then others say it's Ether, Solana, whatever other coin you want to come up with. And instead of buying the coins, I would rather buy the the brokerage trading them, because that makes real money in the form of fees every time brokerage does it. And I choose Coinbase over Binance because Binance has been caught doing a little bit more shady stuff, not quite as bad as FTX, but certainly a lot less compliant or willfully compliant towards whatever regulations are given to it than Coinbase is. I also think Brian Armstrong's done a good job as CEO, so that's just my opinion. And it's worked out rather well for me. I think the Coinbase's business model really relies on getting new customers in, and Coinbase is expanding internationally, which is a good sign. Because I think one of the benefits of cryptocurrency is going to be in places where currency is a lot less stable. Take Turkey, for instance, or Turkey, I believe they call themselves now. Under Erdogan, who they just reelected for God knows fucking why, inflation is like 50, 60, 70, 80% there. When you have inflation that's that high, cryptocurrency all of a sudden gains a little bit more appeal. Same thing with places like Venezuela, or God help you if you live in Russia at this point. I didn't notice your knees doing inward earlier is what I meant. I'm going to go back and look at the clips of that. I think it was good that you caught me on that second set. Granted, those were just 100-pound thrusters. They weren't, and it was at the end of the workout, so it wasn't a huge deal. But I think the set after one of y'all said that, I think I fixed that on the third set. We'll see, though. I definitely need to take a look at that, because that's not ideal. The trouble with doing those thrusters with the hex bar is that because of where the bar starts, you have to get your feet inside it to get the bar up. And to do that, you have to start with a narrower stance than I'm used to. And I think when I do a narrower stance, I start thinking, this is subconsciously, I start canting my feet less, and my feet kind of go a little bit more straight or even canted inwards, and that's not good for my knees. So
that was a good catch for sure. Baklava, do you think now is a good time to invest? All the big players are at Sun Valley talking about big power plays. Hollywood shutdown is certainly going to tank a few companies also. Media is not the best thing to invest in. I would not invest in legacy media right now because content like this is only proliferating more. And you can say my content ain't shit compared to Disney, and that's as may be. There are tons and tons of YouTubers, Twitch creators, God, even TikTok, that are more appealing than watching whatever the fuck ESPN or NBC or Fox is printing out these days. So I would certainly, and again, these are my opinions. You don't have to agree with them, but I would certainly be bearish on legacy media. I think if you're going to go with a tried and true industry that has gotten a lot of flack, but that will survive challenges from the future, you'd be better off with oil and gas, frankly. I wouldn't invest in oil and gas too much, but I think the idea that we're definitely fixing on the third set for thrusters, I'm not sure. I'm not looking at form that closely, to be honest. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, those were lower weight, higher volume kind of sets at the end of the workout where, frankly, I was starting to just overheat. As far as good investment is concerned, actually, I need to adjust that just a smidge. Oh yeah, that's much better. As far as knees are concerned, I'll show you guys the hockey legs. I can do that. Right, so we got the cut here and the cut here. Same applies on the other legs. Got cut here, cut here. That's pretty good. As far as other investments are concerned, I definitely think there's a lot of good plays in the solar and wind fields right now. A lot of government money is going their way, and I'm pro solar and wind. I don't think we should be going towards solar and wind at the expense of nuclear. I think we need nuclear for baseload power, right? The simple answer, especially with us developed economies here in the United States or Western Europe, right? There's no reason any of us should be burning coal at this point. We should be phasing out coal first. Then we can look at phasing out gas. Then we can look at phasing out nuclear, or if we want to go that way. Frankly, I'd sooner phase out hydro than phase out nuclear. The reason being, especially here in the United States, take the Columbia River Dam, right? And a lot of the rivers, and a lot of the hydro dam facilities in the Northwest. While yes, they do generate a lot of carbon-free electricity, and that's good, one of the major industries of the Pacific Northwest is river fish, particularly trout and salmon, right? And salmon in the Northwest, like Washington State. If you live in Washington State, you know what a big deal the salmon runs are. Hydrological dams, right, make it a lot harder for salmon to swim upriver and reproduce going up the Columbia, as one example. Face seals. Because nuclear is pretty clean. Nuclear is incredibly clean. It gets a bad rap because there are idiots on the left, the anti-nuclear left, who are I would call them the useful puppets of the oil and gas industry. They've been scared into believing nuclear energy is dangerous when, relative to every other source of energy, it's not. And as a result, nuclear has had a massive PR problem since even really since the mid-1970s. 3 Mile Island killed nobody, okay? Chernobyl was not a failure of nuclear energy. Chernobyl was a failure of communism. It was the communist system that created a flawed reactor design in the RBMK. It was the communist system that prevented the flaws being told to the reactor operators. It was the communist system that rushed the safety tests, which created the conditions for the reactor to explode. It was the communist system that suppressed knowledge of the reactor disaster the second it happened. It took a week or two for radiological measurements in places like Germany, Sweden, not Czech Republic, France, the United Kingdom, Denmark, to say, hey, wait a minute, what's all this radiation coming from the east? And eventually the USSR had to come clean. But no, Chernobyl is Chernobyl, okay. Chernobyl is to nuclear energy what the Moskvich was to the car. The idea isn't bad. It's the system the idea was created in that was bad. It's, again, Chernobyl is the poster child for why communism is a failure, or at least Soviet-style communism is a failure. And by the way, yes, I am a patriotic American. No, the United States system isn't perfect either. But for God's sake, we don't need to go back to whatever the fuck the Soviets were doing. Then people like to point at Fukushima. Yes, the Fukushima reactor was bad, but two very easy takeaways. TEPCO, the company that ran the reactor, refused to listen to the Japanese and American regulatory agencies that said, hey, you want to take your backup diesel generators and put them above sea level, not right below the seawall. Because you're on a fucking fault line and earthquakes and tsunamis hit Japan all the time. Second thing, the event that caused Fukushima, the Tohoku earthquake of 2011, was a magnitude 9 earthquake. That is an extremely, even for the Ring of Fire, even for Japan, that is an extremely big earthquake. It's one of the biggest of all time, or at least in recorded history. Moreover, because of that, the Tohoku earthquake and the subsequent tsunami killed thousands. But people forget that information and say, oh God, the reactor melted down. The number of people killed by radiation at Fukushima, I think we've got currently the number is in the single digits, and whatever the number is, it's far lower than the number of people who had negative life effects because they were evacuated prematurely from the reactor. You can go and you can live in Fukushima. As long as you don't get overly close to the reactor itself, you'll be fine. Not to mention, what drives me the craziest, okay, and I've had people come and talk to me about this, is tell me about the dangers of radiation and how nuclear plants cause cancer, which is bullshit, but I've had people come and tell me that while they're smoking a cigarette. Are you fucking serious? That's like having someone who's 600 pounds come up and tell me, no, I'm not going to take the coronavirus vaccine because I think the vaccine is unsafe. Oh, really? Now's the time you're going to start caring about your health while you're fucking 600 pounds or you're smoking cigarettes? You're going to tell me that's going to be what gives you cancer? Not the fucking tobacco cancer stick in your mouth? Get the fuck out of here. It bothers me because I'm a radiation worker. I'm a nuclear engineer. This is one where, and it bothers me the most because a lot of the anti-nuclear left are also the ones who say trust the science the most. Well, the science has come in since the 50s and the 60s, and it's that nuclear power is safe and clean, and if we didn't have obscene regulations, it wouldn't cost so much either. All right, sorry, I needed to get that rant off my chest. I'll get back to stretching now. Sorry about that, y'all. Face Heals, good to see you. But yes, what we have done with nuclear energy since the 1970s is partially why we are in such dire straits with global warming today. I will give credit where it's due, and I don't like to do this, to the French. The French realized in the early 70s with the Arab oil embargo, you know, we have been importing a lot of our energy needs from hostile nations that don't share our values of democracy, rule of law, and so on and so forth. Maybe we need energy independence. The French have embraced nuclear, and as a result, not only is the average Frenchman putting out far less in carbon emissions than most other European counterparts, but their electric prices have remained relatively stable, as opposed to the Germans, who have been absolutely fucking boneheaded the last 40 years with regards to nuclear. And the Germans piss me off sometimes, frankly. And a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, but Donald Trump was 100% correct when he said, hey, Germany, you know, maybe it's not a good idea for you to get almost all of your energy needs from Russia. Because that's what he said. That's what Donald Trump went over and, you know, he tore Angela Merkel a new one for continuing to increase German dependence on Russian oil and gas. Lo and behold, Putin invaded Ukraine, and the Germans have paid the price. And They're doubling down. The fuckers are still shutting down their nuclear reactors. Stupidity. Need to take notes. Eating bananas or flying on planes gives more radiation than most forms of X-ray nowadays. It's true. Rad tech's always got to convince overbearing mothers that their child bones need imaging. Oh my god. No, people are... And then there's different kinds of radiation, right? There's a very big difference between alpha radiation, your beta radiation, your neutron radiation, your gamma radiation, and the public doesn't fucking know the difference. And frankly, we have used so many different measurements for radiation between becquerels, grays, which is obsolete now. You've got rads, you've got rem, which makes it very hard, sieverts, which makes it very hard for the public to understand and quantify what radiation are we actually talking about here. Tino, merci. Now, there are two things. Okay, there are a couple things I really like that the French do. The French do have a sort of a cultural arrogance about them, but there are some really good reasons why. Nuclear energy is one. The TGV is another, and it's not just that the TGV is a fast train. It's that the TGV is a beautiful fast train. It's like the original Shinkansen. It's just the form, the design aesthetic is very, very pretty to me. As a mechanic, again, I'm an engineer. So I say I'm a nuclear engineer. Sometimes I say I'm a mechanical engineer. Sometimes what I really am is a mechanical engineer working in the nuclear industry. So it's kind of one, kind of the other. But the TGV is... I would love to go to a French train museum and actually see a TGV in person. It's a beautiful, beautiful design. French cars, they take a different philosophical form to what a luxury car should be. A good example of this is, think about the average German luxury car, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. It's very fast, it's very well built, very solid, but the ride is somewhat sporty, it's a little bit harder. The French, meanwhile, this is a while back, and it was a sales flop, but I thought it was a brilliant car. The Citroen C6. That car was beautiful. It was interesting. It had the notchback, that concave glass. The ride was smoother than a Rolls Royce. It was meant to be very comfortable, meant to be like you were floating on a cloud down the road. And I like that. I like that more philosophical, considered. Hey, what about ride quality approach to luxury? And I think the French do that better than anyone else. I will say, we Americans used to do that very well. Go cruising down in an old 70s land yacht or land yacht barge like a Lincoln Continental. That will ride as smooth as any French car. But, we don't make cars like that anymore. We used to. German cars have the best engines? No, they don't. German cars have the most over-engineered engines. There's a lot of really impressive design tech there. The problem with German cars is that when they break, they are ungodly expensive to fix. And they do break. German cars used to have much more reliable engines. Go back to any Mercedes-Benz built in the 1970s or 1980s. The W123, for instance, is one of the most reliable cars ever built. That OMD 5-cylinder diesel engine is still used today in Africa as a taxi cab. Hi, someone broke into your house, you had a nuclear bomb exploding, or why is it looking like that? My roommate, this is sort of all my roommate's stuff over here, and my roommate refuses to clean it, and it bothers me, but not enough for me to pick up, so there's your answer. That's mostly I'm not trying to throw my roommate under the bus, but straight up, that is all her stuff. Literally all of that. I'm trying to see, is there anything of mine over there? No. Yeah, literally all of that is hers, so that's why. What type of energy is countries that Iceland are doing? That's geothermal, not hydrothermal. Is it a good investment, or is it good there because they're a location on tectonics? It's mostly the latter. Geothermal energy is really useful, and it can be very productive, but it really is location dependent. There are parts of the United States where, in theory, you could make cost-competitive geothermal energy. Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and Montana, I believe, are the states where you can. Didn't throw her under the bus. Look, okay? Oh, okay, there's one item over here. These flip-flops fell off the rack. Everything else here is not mine. I'm a landlord, I'm not a maid.
My daughters leave piles of detritus like that around the house too. It doesn't, it's lived in. I don't give a shit. Look, my roommate's awesome. She pays the rent. She doesn't complain about all the crazy stuff I do in here. So if there's a little bit of a mess, I don't care. It's not my problem. I don't go over there and... All right, well, I got a couple socks here, but I took them off because I was stretching and doing planks. I'll toss those away a little bit later. My crackhead friend's house looks the same. Okay, dude, it's not that messy. That's, by the way, thank you for, welcome on in, Telecom. Thanks for the first time chat. It's not that messy. Stop being a clean freak. I think that's a bit much. Okay, 10 clap push-ups. Oh, someone, I didn't see you had redeemed that. You said, was there something you wanted me to do instead of clap push-ups? I did the cat-cow. I won't ever understand people. I wish she would clean it up a bit more often than she does, but I can live with it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, it was the cat cows. Oh, okay, well then we're good there. I will do a few more stretches though. I'm gonna do. See, I did toe touch. I did splits. I should do seated ones, I think. So let's do that. It's not even that bad. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad too. It's not like a nuclear bomb went off. But I'm not gonna lie and say that's my stuff because it isn't. That's also not something I'm going to do. So, I mean, I wouldn't call it too bad. It's, tolerable. All right. Let's do sides. Let's do some quads, actually. That's probably a really good idea. So get on our knees here. These ones they're kind of hard for me to do, but they're important. So I gotta sink my, ooh, ouch. Okay, easy. So I gotta sink my butt back, kind of try and get it to the floor, and then lean back. Oh. Talking to the roommate, where is she at work? She doesn't like to talk about where exactly she works. She works in the local area around this part of South Carolina. If you want to ask her that, you can ask her that, but I'm not going to reveal stuff that she wouldn't. That doesn't seem fair. Avidly watching this. Thanks for the first time chat. Welcome on in. And noob, welcome, or thanks for the first time chat as well. Let's do a sumo, that'll help. That's fair. If you guys want to ask me about my day job, I'll happily talk about that. This is Financial Fitness Friday, and I am now, for the first time ever, north of 75% of the way to financial independence, which means at financial independence, what that means is I can quit my job, never have to work another day in my life, and it's very likely that I would be able to support my expenses. Whether or not I will choose to do that is different. Do I work weekends? No. How are you doing? Oh, my bad. I didn't see that. Sorry. Crush override. What did I get into? We're just stretching out right now. No, I said my day job. What I do for work. It's like a sexual position. No, it's just a sumo squat, man. I had nothing sexual about that. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I've kind of cooled off, come back down from a really tough leg day. It was a joke, sexy. I appreciate that. Came back down from a leg day. It was a really good one. I don't work. Yeah, I do. I work. So I am a mechanical engineer in the nuclear industry. I work in rural South Carolina, and I work at a nuclear site.
So if you guys are interested in more in that, I don't work in the nuclear power industry though. There's a reason I like peace cells, but who's buying, you know? No, this is just my side hobby. By the way, love the litter behind the couch. That's the funniest part. That's not mine. That's my roommate's. Fucking hell. No, that is actually all my roommates. I'm not even throwing her under the bus. It's just factually accurate. But no, I do. This is part of the reason you won't find me on, you know, Instagram or Facebook. I try to keep my social media presence somewhat muted. Now, if you guys want to hang out with me, that's what the Discord's for. I am on that Discord a lot, but other than Twitch and Discord, you're not going to find me elsewhere on social media. That is my company's request. It's just a nature of the beast. But because I have a day job like that, and moreover, because I'm very, very disciplined with the money I get, that's why I don't run ads on this channel. I run 30 seconds an hour, which is the minimum Twitch allows me to do. So if you get an ad break, I literally, that's the minimum. I can't do any less. We'll follow you on Discord? Absolutely. I'm not just an A&M fan, I graduated from there. Class of 2017. In fact, stand by, I'll get my ring to show you. Feel better with it on anyway. Oh, it's nice in here. Yep. I am Texas A&M class of 2017. Make me feel ancient, why don't you? Hey, I don't know how old you are. But so I started my financial independence journey when I graduated college. I got, for my major, a below average salary to start with. And if you guys want to know what I make, how much I save, this is Financial Fitness Fridays. This is what we talk about. We talk about financial independence, early retirement, investing, savings, all of that jazz. So that's absolutely stuff you can talk about. Turn for us. All right. New to your Discord? Yeah, absolutely. Check out the Roll Select channel. Make sure you agree to the rules. Please read them, especially rule number 7, because I have people blow up my DMs asking how my day is going all the time, and it's really annoying to answer that same message, 15 to 20 different times a day in DMs, which is why I ask people, hey, if you're just asking me how my day is, ask me in the server, please. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 decades older than you. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Age is what gives you wisdom. Wisdom's really important. But my goal has always been to achieve financial independence and be able to retire before I turn 30. That will be in 2025. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Dude, I don't know. I am an A&M fan. What team do you root for? Or what college did you go to? Or anything like that. Let me get some water real quick. I need more hydration. It's better. Do you like UFC? A little bit. It's not my favorite sport in the whole wide world, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Business school CCBI. Interesting. Badass. Well, yeah, I've been doing some squats for sure. I can take dictation like nobody. Ha. Read all the 8 rules. Terrific. If you accept them, it should give you access to General and the Roll Select channel. Then you can click all the roles you want in Roll Select, and you can see all the channels thereof. Please, by the way, if you are new to my Discord, go to the Ideas and Feedback channel, and there's a bunch of different threads. Please go vote on the items in there and give suggestions. Show us how to crash. Easy. Remember, I can't... The only rule of my Twitch chat is don't say shit that'll get me kicked off of Twitch. But... Gluce's Way, or sorry, is that Juice's Way? I don't know how to say that. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for the first time, chat. And UFC's, it's all right. I don't mind. If it's like on, I'll watch it with friends, but it's not something I go out of my way to watch. I've never used Discord. That's all right. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, avidly. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. That's 1,560 followers. Hell yeah. We are rolling on that. The channel's been growing great recently. The numbers are high. That makes me very happy.
Definitely really appreciate that. And again, if you like what I do, the Discord's got tons and tons of more information. So if you wanna get a body that looks like this, first off, I am natty. I cannot, as a function of my day job, use the day job emoji. As a function of my day job, I have to be natty. I cannot take anabolic steroids. In other words, what this means is the way I look, you can earn this kind of definition, this kind of musculature for yourself. You can do this if you really put your mind to it. It's hard, it takes discipline, but you can do it. I want to meet you when you come down to your area. Absolutely. If any of y'all are around the Augusta, Georgia area, or anywhere like Augusta, Columbia, Hilton Head Island, Savannah, Charleston, South Carolina. If you're in general, if you're in South Carolina, North Carolina, or Georgia, hit me up. You never know. By the way, speaking of travel, at the end of the month, I will be in Boston, Massachusetts, actually, for some work training. I will be in Washington State in mid to late August. So if y'all are out in the Pacific Northwest, it'll be around the Tacoma area. So if you guys are, out there, come talk to me. I've never been to New England. I'm actually really excited for that. Except you may not like I came from money. I don't care where you came from. I care about what your values are. I personally don't believe in. If I ran the country, if I were king for a day, I would slash business, capital gains, and personal income taxes and replace it with a very high estate tax. I think inherited wealth is evil. I think inherited wealth often is evil. Not always, but more importantly, you should have to work hard, because if you don't work hard, there's something intrinsically valuable about struggling to achieve a goal. And if everything's handed to you on a silver platter, you won't ever get that satisfaction of having achieved something. And that often leads to a deep-seated unhappiness. It's why people who inherit lots of money and are gifted everything become pretty miserable. It's why people like Paris Hilton are fucked up. Frankly, it's why people like Donald Trump are fucked up. Money doesn't buy good parenting. And if you are going to... I don't care. We can talk politics on this channel. I'm a centrist for what it's worth. I have some opinions where I'm right of center, some where I'm left of center. I'm very left of center when it comes to inherited money and wealth. I really do believe that. And if you don't like... if you're super wealthy and you're like, well, I don't want my money to go to the government, spend it on shit that you find valuable. Like if you want to put it into a charity, just do that before you die, and you don't have to send that money to the government. Really simple. I think we need much higher estate taxes in this country. Literally, I will happily take the tax money over your dead body. And now if I was going to do that, I would want, if I could run the government. What about women's rights, abortion? I have no strong opinion on abortion one way or another. I was born and raised Catholic, so that was a very pro-life environment, but I've heard very good pro-choice arguments as well. I don't care about abortion at all. I'm a man. Abortion is not an issue that affects me. I'm also single, and I'm also bi, so abortion, I just don't give a shit. I'm sorry. If you were coming to this channel expecting me to have a strong stance on abortion, I'm letting you down. I couldn't give two flying fucks about abortion. What I would probably do if I were president for a day is trade abortion rights to either the left or the right for something I wanted more as a deal. Yeah. I'm thinking briefs, no comment. Crazy Keith, 909, welcome on in. But yeah, I remember watching the reality show. Exactly, reality TV, that's just brain rot, right? We don't need that. We need more people who are... Yeah, so I am bi, I just don't advertise it very much. My sexuality shouldn't define why people like my content. My content should be why people like my content. Crash Override, stop being so horny in my chat. Again, it's just... Twitch guidelines, Twitch terms of service are really fickle, and I don't want to get on their bad side. If you want more of that information, be on my Discord more. For God's sake, seriously. I like Below Deck though, they show them working. Howdy, Marth. Welcome on in. Oh, so I assume that means you're probably a Smash Bros. Fan? I main Donkey Kong in Smash Bros. Because, I mean, this really shouldn't surprise you. I am a big guy, I like physical moves, and bananas are fucking delicious. Understanding One, welcome on in, and Share too. As far as, avidly, I'm a New York guy, Red Sox are rivals, but Boston's a nice place. I have been to Western New York, and I really liked it. I have never been to New York City. I would love to go someday. I live in a small southern town of under, 2,000 people. I live out in the middle of nowhere. But that's partially why, if I told you guys what I spent, I live like a king, frankly, at least the way I feel. I live like a king on way less money than you think I do. And that's partially why I'm going to be able to retire if I choose to at age 30, actually at age 29. Your neighbor who? I unfortunately hate bananas, but respect your opinion on bananas. Bananas are, they're the ultimate cardio food. It tastes good, they're portable, they've got a peel. The peel is compostable, and then they've got loads and loads of complex carbs, which means they're very good for giving you energy and preventing cramping too, because it's got potassium. We're Sport Group, thank you very much for the follow. That sounds German as hell. Welcome. Would that be Danke? Understanding One, been lurking on another tab. Well, fantastic. Glad to have you in here. Marth, I'm not, is a nickname a friend gave me when I was a kid. Later, as I discovered as an actual character. Ha! Funny. Banana Republic, that's a good Jimmy Buffett song. But Donkey Kong Country was a game I grew up with. So I grew up in a military family, which means I'm not a 90s kid. I was born in 1995, but I grew up with 90s kid technology. Dial-up internet, I grew up with, God, I wanted an N64 and we never got one, even when it was, a 5, 6, 7-year-old console. Please flex. Use your channel points. You want me to flex. Play the OG Donkey Kong. I've played that on an arcade before. It's fun as hell. That, like Pac-Man, Dig Dug. Galaga is my favorite arcade game. All right, Crash, we're gonna mute you for a little while. No, I'm not gonna flex just because you're telling me to. No. No. If you want me to flex, you can literally redeem channel points for that. It's not hard. Galaga's awesome. I had the gray Nintendo system. Yeah, the NES. Oh, you had pole position. Dude, there's nothing. Age is a state of mind, really. As long as what matters is if you keep yourself in good shape. Dude, like, take Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Okay, yeah, Arnold definitely juiced in the 70s when he was a bodybuilder, but you don't look like that. He's 75 years old. You don't look like Arnold does unless you put in fucking effort. And he still does. He rides his bike everywhere. He lifts a lot. All right. So redeem make me pose or flex. All right. So Mishi, good to see you. Hey. Okay, I will give you a shout out, Mishi. Hang on. Mishi is the guy who did my art on the subscriber notifications. So if you like that and you're looking for a really great artist, strongly recommend. Have you seen Arnold's racy pick? No comment. Okay, so Marth, you're redeeming for them. Well, I appreciate that. Which one of you, let's see, who redeemed? Okay, Monkey, you get to pick. So Monkey, what do you want? You know what, I'll do biceps for the one from Marth. All right, there we go. Get that vein. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got green eyes. Hey, you only followed now, Mishi. Shit, I commissioned you, and it took you this long to follow. Well, welcome to the club. That's kind of funny, actually. Your arms are looking good. I appreciate that. May I say if this is rude or offensive, my shoulders are fantastic. I appreciate that. Traps are pretty good, too. Monkey in chat, what do you want me to flex? You get to pick my muscle. So which muscle, like what pose do you want me to do? so that's why I didn't get that pop-up. I can't believe I wasn't followed. Yeah, that's funny. I'm honestly surprised as well. Let's see here. All right, looks like the roomie's offering to take me out to the local Chinese place for lunch because she just got her Twitch check, which sounds baller as hell, so I guess I'm going to do that. Double buy, but you did it already. Do you have another one you'd like me to choose? It's up to you, monkey. And thank you very much for the points redeem, instead of just constantly asking. Yeah, we got a little Chinese joint in town. It's not bad. It's the Americanized Chinese, but it is a Chinese guy who does it. Your faux hawk is really cute. I appreciate that. My roommate's the one who cuts it for me. That's on her. It's pretty great. I take abs flex. You got it. Do this right. Since it's a points redeem. Let me get the contrast up. Yeah, oh, that's a little washed out. Give it a moment. All right. How about that? Not bad? My goodness. So, let's talk a little bit about the markets, because this is the financial fitness stream. Can we scrub our laundry on those washboards? Honestly, I will be honest, like this is so much fun right here. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. I also do the pec bounce. Let's see, S&P is slightly up. Most of the tech stuff is down quite a bit. That's actually all right. Again, it was a red day, was to be expected. Looks like NASDAQ is about even. S&P is about even, to be honest, too. They're all about flat. The major indices are. We actually hit 76% on our way to the financial independence train. You guys can see again right up here. It's 656 days away. Your neighbor, who, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. We go ahead and undock the chat and then switch the scene to There we go, much better. So that way you guys can see the countdown clock. For those of you who don't understand what this is or who are new to the channel, I'm a huge fan of what's called the FIRE movement. This stands for Financial Independence / Retire Early. I'm a fan of this because I believe it is a better way to live and it gives you the freedom to do what you want to do. What will I do when I hit my financial independence number? I'm not quite sure yet. I've got several paths. One may be getting a van and doing that whole van life thing for a couple of years, traveling abroad. One might be starting my own gym the way Joe Workouts has. One might be, because his roomie is sloppy. Why don't you clean your living space? It's not my mess to clean. Although if my roomie's taking me out for lunch, I might do that today. It is bothering a lot of y'all. I'm amazed that I will, all right, you know what? That seems fair. My roomie's just being nice, like straight up being like, yo, do you want Chinese today? That seems pretty fair. Can you demonstrate a volume punching and what is the pros and cons of it? Thanks for the first time chat there, Vicavallo1. I don't do a ton of martial arts. In fact, I just installed a wall uppercut bag in my garage that my brother gave me. When it comes to volume punching, I would assume, this is just based on what I'm pretty sure volume punching is going for lots of, different punches, uppercuts, elbows maybe, throwing bows, in a short amount of time, trying to maximize the amount of punches you take.
that to me, I would assume would mean you're going to be hitting your serratus muscles, which are right here and right here, a lot more, maybe a little bit more on your shoulders, so you get a good workout in there. And it'll probably whip you pretty good on cardio. That would be my guess. It's like what you show on stream represents who you are. I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't bullshit. I don't hide who I am. Can I demonstrate it? I'm not going back out to my garage right now. It's like 90 odd degrees, like 92, 93 degrees outside. The real feel of 110. I'm good. See where else we're doing on the markets real quick. I think we're here. No. See, let it update a little bit. Yeah, we're about 70. We're actually, yeah, today we crossed 76% of the way there. The goal is to be financially independent by May 14th, 2025. That would be right before my 30th birthday. Right now we are on track to do that, so that's pretty fun. Fair enough. Yeah, it's pretty hot outside. But welcome, Vicavallo. If you like what I do and you want more content, come talk to me. Actually, let me give a shout out. I meant to give a shout out earlier to Supernatural, so we'll do that. She's pretty awesome. She does like Pomodoro technique type stuff. She may be on the petite side, but for her size, she's putting out really great weights, really great numbers. So if you like what I do, you might like Supernatural, go give her a follow. Let's see here. What else do we got? I'll give you guys a quick rundown of how I've become this close to financially independent over the last few years. So I live on just about 20, actually, really this is including like charitable donations and shit, about $20,000 a year. I have my own house. I do have a mortgage. It's at a low enough interest rate to where I have no interest in paying it off any faster than I have to. I live, this is a rural part of the deep south, so the cost of living is very low here. I could live alone. I could afford the mortgage, but instead I've got a roommate who pays a good chunk of that back to me in rent. So it works out really well for her. She gets cheap rent. I get a cheap mortgage. And it's, some people have called that house hacking. I think it's a great idea, and it's really good for the market as a whole because it gives, it creates additional housing density, and I think the more density you get, the better off a city is going to be, or a town is going to be in general. So I think high density is better than low density. I am something of an urbanist when it comes to urban planning. Not entirely, I'm not like the fuck cars crowd, although there are some cars I think that are just fucking idiotic, namely lifted trucks. But you said your family is in the military. Are they still in the military, Joey? My father was in the military. He served from 1985 to 2014. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2020, and why was probably due to his service. It was a rare form of cancer. I miss him, but he was a hero to me, and yeah. Is my roommate still secretly in love with me? I feel like that would be the wrong, I feel like I'm not the person who should answer that. I feel like that it would be wrong for me to answer that question. Regardless, it's a good situation for her. She gets cheap rent and I get a cheap mortgage. And if she wants to move out, she can move out anytime she wants. There's no contract. She can just go, which is pretty good. My dad was a hero to me. He served Persian Gulf, made it all the way actually up to 07, so he did a lot of really cool stuff over the years. And we never saw eye to eye on everything politically. He was very much, for a while he was a Reaganite kind of conservative, and in his later years moved to more of a paleo conservative, which makes sense based on, you know, his life experiences. Yeah, he would feel that way. I'm more of a moderate, I'm a centrist, but a lot of what he has said over the years
there's a lot of wisdom in that. So it was interesting to talk about. Yeah, I'm never, see, people say, do you feel bad? Like, do you feel angry that, you know, he passed away so young? And I'm like, I got 25 years with a father that I couldn't have asked for a better one. The best father in the whole world as far as I'm concerned. And there are countless millions of people who don't have any father active in their life the way mine was. Why should I feel entitled to more? I was actually a lesson my dad kind of taught me is don't feel entitled, feel blessed, be grateful. Gratitude's a really important thing, and it makes you a happier person if you're grateful for what you have, and be thankful for the gifts God has given you. And if you don't think God has given you any gifts, it means you're not looking hard enough. God has given you some. The fact that you're on this channel watching this right now on an internet connection already means you've been blessed with internet. That's a huge thing in and of itself right now. I mean, there are billions of people on this earth who don't have that. So be mindful of that, you know? And as such, you know, I apply that to not having my dad. Am I sad that he's not here anymore? Totally. But could I have asked for anything better? No. I really do mean that. I miss him dearly, but I was blessed. I was absolutely blessed. I had the best father a kid could ask for, a son could ask for, and while we don't see eye to eye on everything, I think he'd be proud of me. I think he is. Maybe. 1985 to 2014 is a very long military career. His last post actually was in the NSA. They stuck him there after the Snowden scandal, and I think that's when he said, you know what, I've had just about enough of this, and then he retired. I can't blame him for that. It was a stressful as shit job, and it was one he did not get a lot of appreciation for. So I think after working in that job, my dad was rightfully skeptical of the US government's ability to do much correctly. And I can't really blame him. I can't blame him. He certainly had more experience with it than I did. Although, frankly, working in the nuclear industry has made me more skeptical of government intervention in anything than any other event in my life. Because the regulatory environment here it's almost obscene. It's in the private sector, in the power generation sector, it's the NRC. In the weapons sector, it's the NNSA and Department of Energy. And it is some of the things the nuclear industry is asked to do is crazy. I mean, the United States really is the gold standard in terms of nuclear safety, but we take it too far. It's so burdensome that it introduced excess costs. Nice pass. You only had him for 15 years. Exactly, right? Exactly. The last few years I regret not making the most of them. But like, right, Crazy Keith here had only 15 years. Why should I be upset that I got 25? I should be blessed that I got 25. Hell, his first bout with cancer was before I was born, and he fucking beat it. He beat it 2 out of 3 times in his life. You know, there's a chance that had things gone differently medically, I wouldn't exist. So, you know, you think about that and it's like, no, I have no grounds to complain here. I was blessed, I was lucky. That's how I feel about it. Thank you for his service, I appreciate that. He is buried in Arlington National Cemetery, by the way, which is very ironic because when he retired, he moved out to Washington State because he said, I didn't feel like moving to Alaska, but Washington State is the furthest away I can get from the nation's capital while still being in the United States. And then he ended up being interred literally right across the Potomac River from the U.S. Capitol. That always makes me laugh. If he were still here, I'd poke fun at him for making that choice. I get it, because it's the greatest honor a serviceman can be given is to be interred in Arlington, but just because he hated D.C. so much, I would rib him a little bit about that. I actually like D.C. I know my dad hated it for a lot of reasons. He spent too many years in the Pentagon not to, I think. But I think D.C. is a really fun town to be in. And I think
even I think both my parents would agree with that. They actually met in DC. That's how they met. This is, I think that would have been the late 1980s, early 90s. But DC is a really great town to be in your 20s. Like to be single, to meet new people, to try new things. DC is a less great town to raise a family in. I put it that way. What rank was he? He retired as a brigadier general. So he did make general. But yeah, it puts things in perspective. Absolutely, right? There is always going to be someone who's had it harder than you. There's always going to be someone who has worked harder than you. There's always going to be someone who's better than you. There's 8 billion people on this planet. It's just the laws of statistics at this point. Don't let that discourage you, but let it say, you know what? I'm grateful for what I've been given. I'm blessed for what I've been given. I'm going to try and do the best I can with it. That's what I try to do on this channel, right? That's what I try to do. The reason I do this, right? I'm not doing these Twitch streams for the money. Again, y'all have noticed there really aren't that many ads on this channel for a reason. I run the minimum Twitch allows me to. I do this channel because I like inspiring you. It makes me feel good. And it inspires me. It's a positive feedback loop. Makes me want to work harder. Makes me want to lift heavier. Makes me want to eat right. Makes me want to get to sleep on time. And it hopefully does the same thing for you guys. We feed off of positive energy between me, right? That's what we want. We want those positive feedback loops. And you'll find that if you start motivating other people, it's going to give you motivation. So you want to do that. You want to be that dynamo in people's lives that say, oh, this person really fucking helped me. This person really helped get me out of my funk, helped me get to a better place mentally, and helped me make better decisions. It's a very powerful thing. And that's really why, that's the why behind this channel. It's become the why. It wasn't the original reason, but here we are. Life's little ironies. Yeah. Anyway, it is getting about time for me to go. So if you have any other financial independence, retirement, early questions, hit me up with them now. Otherwise, we're going to look to raid someone, and we'll see who's live. If you like this content, you want to hang out with me after hours, seriously, just all you got to do is click this Discord link. I'm there all the time. Lekuja, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you guys want to see me on Twitch, I will be live at the same time doing a push workout. So we're gonna hit our chests, right? We're gonna hit our chest, we're gonna hit our triceps, we're gonna hit our shoulders, right? We're gonna hit those tomorrow. I'm not sure whether or not it'll be a dumbbell workout for bench or a bench press workout. We'll find out. Understanding one, thanks for joining the Discord. Make sure to accept the rules, click role select, pick your roles, then go to the ideas and feedback channel to vote on ideas for this channel. The other thing is never be satisfied. Always be looking for ways to improve any given situation in life. This is the engineer's mindset. Look to optimize. There are things I could do better on this channel. How do I get to making my channel better? Always look for constructive criticism. Always look for feedback. Know when to filter out bullshit criticism. That's just negative. That's just people trying to be haters, right? Filter out the haters. Use the useful constructive criticism and improve. Bon Qui, I think, is you're using a 1. I think that's leak code. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. So we got, let's see, Limitless Fitness. We got Stars and Bars, Crash Override, W. Ramir, and Jasu. I think we're going to raid Stars and Bars because he's awesome and he was in here earlier. Do I have a P.O. box? I sure do. I've also got a throne, so if you guys want to do that, you can go there. There are a few things on there that are improvements to my garage. You can also suggest gifts if you want to do that. I don't solicit people for tips or for money. If you feel generous and you really like my content, you want to support me, I'm very grateful for that. It means a lot, but never feel like you have to. What I care way more about than any money I make out of this. Twitch pays me peanuts for this in terms of, the 30 seconds an hour of ads that I do allow. What matters more to me is building the channel, getting more followers. That's my big deal. I don't even give a shit about partner. That's not why I do this. Again, it's about building
good relationships, becoming a community where we encourage each other to make better decisions. And yeah, that's the goal. All right, so I give you guys 15 more seconds for questions, and then we are going to look to raid someone if there are no other questions. What's up, King Nick? Oh, I know what you want already. Double fist bump. Got 10 seconds. Voted. Appreciate that. Thank you, understanding one. That really does mean a lot. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's going to do it. We're going to look to raid, I think, stars and bars. So the raid message, as always, is... Whoops. Didn't realize my speakers were on. Sorry about that. The raid message is Bull Rush. Pretty simple, right? You can use any of my emojis, including the day job emoji or anything like that. Stick around for the raid, though. You do get channel points, and as you guys have seen, those channel points allow you to make me flex, pose, change music, all sorts of stuff like that. So we're gonna go raid stars and bars. As always, let me go ahead and start the raid. Stars and bars. Make sure I did that right. Yep. Through raid stars and bars, I'm gonna say Bon Kui Kui, Like Ujan, Your Neighbor Who, Mishi, Where Sport Group, Love Will, avidly watching this noob, Bert, Blah Ben, Lionheart, and Raven Rocco Roth, Presto Bix, Baklava, Pucky Senpai. Thank you all very much for the follows. As always, y'all make good decisions. Those good decisions form habits. Those habits form values. Those values form an ethos that'll be the guide star through the rough waters of life. Come in for the hug. And I will be back, same place, same time, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time. Let's go raid.